No choice. Deactivate it.
This is Leggett. Shields are down. The shuttle is clear to land.
And Saber did her part. We'll have the Shadow Arsenal on board and headed for Republic space within the hour. You're going to hold position here. Protect the controls until we're gone.
Do you have a rendezvous in mind?
Leggett, this is goodbye for now. Go back to Imperial Intelligence. Shore up your contacts. We'll be in touch in a few months.
They don't need you anymore.
Hold position. Keyword, onomatophobia. And thank you.
They're going to win. Now we're out of time.
If they get the Shadow Arsenal off Quesh, this war becomes a lot bloodier.
The IX serum has been eating at you since you injected it. Carving neural pathways. Bleaching your brain. It isn't finished, but it'll have to suffice. We're going to rewrite your programming. New commands, new keyword, no outside control. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Fesh Protocol, Phase 1. New keyword. Iconoclasm.
Keyword accepted. Thesh protocol engaged.
Now you have access. You can force your mind and body to obey a new program. Tell me what you want.
No more programming. No more outside control.
Reject command interface. Accept no further orders.
Command interface closed.
Revert to Phase 0. You're free now. Time for me to go. But stop the SIS. Find out how they obtained Imperial brainwashing codes. There are truths you need to know.
Sir? What's going on? Can you hear me?
Those holocalls I've been getting? The people making them are our new targets. Let's go.
Yes, sir. I just hope you're going to explain this later.
You fight good, Cypher. I don't expect mercy. The Shadow Arsenal was my chance to stop the war, and I failed.
Give yourself up. It's the only way to survive.
If the Republic doesn't win this, be gracious and be kind. There is no death. There is the Force.
He's not getting back up. I think we just saved the Empire.
Arden Koth may be dead, but we can't leave the Shadow Arsenal in place.
I can see if I can contact Quesh Command, if you like.
Cypher. Imperial again, huh? And no more programming. That is a surprise. I was finished with Arden, but I had plans for you. We could have wandered the galaxy together. Me as the captain, you as my servant.
Arden Koth was your commanding officer. What do you mean, finished with him?
Big changes are coming. Imperial Intelligence and the SIS. History will forget them, and it'll forget you. I just tipped off a squadron of Imperial bombers. That facility is about to be wiped out.
What's this about? Whose side are you on?
I'm on the winning side. Goodbye, Cypher. When the bombs rain down, the Shadow Arsenal will make a spectacular crater.
I'm sorry, sir. He's dying. If there's anything we need to ask.
I need to know if you've seen an SIS agent. Codename Hunter.
What? The SIS? He went to colony control before we lost contact. I don't know if he made it out. But now it's sealed up tight. No one could make it past the...
Hold still. I have some painkillers.
Not enough. Thank you.
I know they're Republic, sir, but can we avenge them anyway?
You said you wanted to talk.
Yes, sir. Ensign Raina Temple, formerly of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force, reporting for combat drills.
I can show you a few things. What brings this on?
Frankly, I need the practice. No one ever taught me covert maneuvers. If you've got time...
You're just looking for an excuse to be alone with me.
That's only one of many benefits. Are you coming? All right. I think I've sweat enough for one day. Any last words of wisdom for your freshly transferred ensign?
Never let anything distract you. No one can compensate for your errors.
I'm confident it isn't so dire, but I take your point. You know, my father used to come home from exercises freshly scarred. I was 12 before I realized his training drills were intelligence operations. He was captured twice, but he wouldn't let me worry, no matter how bad it got.
I didn't know your father was part of intelligence.
I thought I'd mentioned it. He was a cipher. Thank you for the lesson. A few more, and I'll be infiltrating enemy camps with the best of them. Sir, since our combat session went so well, I thought we might try something else. Lessons in interpersonal manipulation and information extraction. Lecture 1 entitled...
Once they think they need you, they'll tell you anything.
Descriptive name, sir. Is it always about need? When I first arrived at Zero Station, no one trusted me. I was the human Imperial who must have been a spy. But I learned my way around. And once the Chiss accepted my competence, it was easy to make friends.
I'm not the only one who finds you charming.
And yet, I'm still here. More seriously, though, I'm stuck somewhere, infiltrating a gang of spy stealers. How do I play it?
You blend into the background and wait for an opportunity. Don't stir the pot unless you know what you're in for.
I'll happily leave that to you, then. I don't know what you think of my potential, sir, but I do appreciate your guidance. I've been deceiving people like an amateur for years. Time I started doing it right.
How can I help you, Ensign?
I have a purely professional question for you, sir, if you don't mind my asking. When you lie to a woman over the course of a mission, make her think you're interested, does it bother you?
Any reason you're professionally interested?
Don't mistake me, I've been involved with plenty of the wrong men, but going in there was always the chance they'd work out. I don't know how I'd handle living one life in the field and another back at home. It must be exhausting.
Don't let the work get in the way. There's room for romance if you want it.
Do you want a woman in your life, sir? Or has experience taught you better?
That's a question we should talk about over dinner sometime. What do you say?
That sounds lovely. For the record, we'd be defying all sorts of military protocols, and I won't be held responsible.
We'll just have to risk our careers.
Understood, sir. Then we have a lot to look forward to.
What's going on, Ensign?
Sir, Dr. Loken's been filling in the gaps in my education. He has quite a few stories. Here's what puzzles me. I've always been taught to respect the chain of command, and yet you... How does anyone control a field agent?
You're really perturbed by this. Are you that used to pure obedience?
Yes, I am. And I don't think that's a bad thing. The Empire expects its operatives to make command decisions from the front line. That doesn't work.
Eventually, you stop relying on your handbook, and you put the good of the Empire first.
I was hoping for something more concrete. Maybe a numbered list? I don't want to do wrong, sir. My father ignored an edict from the Sith, and instead of facing his punishment, he ran. I won't repeat his mistake. Accidentally.
Have a little faith in yourself. If the time comes, you'll make the right call.
It's nice to hear you say that, sir. I'll stop troubling you about this. Back to the job, then. You know, sir, the Chiss Defense Force has a term for when a subordinate is entangled with his or her superior officer. It's considered an honorable and tragic state. If discovered, the lower-ranking officer is encouraged to go out in a blaze of glory.
You're not with the Defense Force anymore, and I'd rather you not martyr yourself.
I was so hoping you'd say that. Of course, according to Imperial naval tradition, a captain is expected to dine with his closest associates, male or female, once a month. It's a show of loyalty.
Ensign, it would be my pleasure if you joined me for a meal.
I'd enjoy that very much. I won't rush you, but somewhere planetside would be nice. Oh, there is one other thing, sir, and I don't mean to pry, but there won't be any trouble between you and Cleo, correct? I'm just not entirely clear on your relationship.
I care about Cleo, but we weren't meant to be. You and I, though. Maybe we have a chance.
I'd like that. You need to break it to her, though.
I'm not stupid, Agent. You want the kid? Have a good time. Just don't come crawling back when she hits her limit.
Is everything all right?
Cleo's tough. She won't be happy, but she'll get over it.
I'm sure she will. I'll give her some space.
Something I can help you with, Ensign?
I was hoping you could increase my security clearance, sir. At least long enough so I could know about my promotion.
What promotion are we talking about?
The top secret one, sir. I can only assume it occurred. I'm pleased to say that I finished, as best I can, putting myself through the Imperial Intelligence training regimen, save the psychological tests. With your help, I'm now almost qualified to be here. Thank you.
You're a fine operative. You should be proud.
I am proud, sir. I thought you could tell.
What is it, Ensign?
Sir, remember I told you I completed the intelligence training program? Well, frankly, I'm a little embarrassed, and the rest of my numbers were very good. But I apparently forgot one of the final tests.
I'm sure you could convince me to forgive one tiny mistake.
Sir, I wouldn't feel right. I neglected to complete the interpersonal subversion examination. I'm supposed to be able to move and talk and act in a way that holds the attention of my target. It's a very delicate examination, as I understand.
I'll have to pass judgment myself, then. Shall we find some privacy?
Certainly, sir. So what do you think, sir? Have I learned to your satisfaction?
I find everything about you satisfying. I'm glad we met on Hoth.
You've warmed me considerably, and I rather enjoy your company. Back to the job.